Joining us now, Peter McGuire, the Chief Executive at broking firm XM Australia. Peter, many thanks for your time. One of the things we tend to forget about these companies, they're not new. They've been around for a decade or more, so they're becoming more mature companies, and so they are certainly subject to the whims of the financial markets, especially when they disappoint, as Netflix has done.
Well, exactly right, Ross. Don't forget they're 222 million subscribers, so it's a monster. It's a behemoth. I've got a lot of time for Reed. He's a star of Wall Street. I'm not going to sell him short, but he's certainly got his hands full this time with plenty of competition, the likes of Disney Plus. You're looking at Peacock and you're looking at HBO Max. So they've got their hands full with 100 million subscribers sharing passwords, Ross.
That's the big issue that they made, is about the sharing of passwords. And part of the strategy to try and overcome this is to try and find some way where they either don't let you share with family members as willingly as they do now, or they've got to find some other means of getting some growth, because right now they're going to actually keep dying on the vine while they've got all this competition around the place.
Well, that's exactly right. And we all know family members and they're sharing. This is a global issue that they've got to face. They've tried certain strategies in some parts of South America, and it wasn't that successful as far as implementing, but people are mooching on, other subscribers. So how this moves forward is going to be very interesting. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they go next quarter, because this quarter certainly was an underperformance. $40 billion wiped off, and that's the size of HP in a couple of hours.
Well, I'll tell you what, Peter, it's going to be interesting, because go back to Reed Hastings now, because one way that they could do it, now this is almost, you'd almost sit there and go, no, please don't. But they could actually run some ads. So he was asked about that specifically in that analyst call today. Here's a little of what he said.
The online ad market has advanced, and now you don't have to incorporate all the information about people that you used to. So, we can be a straight publisher and have other people do all of the fancy ad matching and integrate, all the data about people. So we can stay out of that and really be focused on our members, creating, that great experience. And then, again, getting monetized in a first-class way by a range of different companies who offer that service.
Now, Peter, we know that the ad market could be potentially huge for them. The problem would be that subscribers currently paying a higher price would perhaps pay less but get the ads. And if they did that, they'd get a massive churn into the cheaper product, and they'd have to hope that the ad dollars they get in are going to make up that difference.
Well, exactly right, Ross. That's a management consultant's dilemma. That's any board, any C-suite exec would be having and scratching their head. What's the strategy I've got to move forward? You've got new players, you've got Amazon, you've got Apple. They just won an Oscar with Best Picture. So everyone's moving into different concepts and ideas. They're thinking about the gaming industry, and they'll push hard in that, I'm sure. But yes, how they churn and burn and what happens as far as adverts, I wouldn't be surprised they'll aggressively target that area, Ross.
Isn't it fascinating also, Peter? You see it here in Australia with tech stocks in particular. They disappoint the market a little. The share price gets hammered a lot. I mean, that's what you saw. 26% fall in a company as big as Netflix overnight is a big, big wipeout.
Well, $348 a share. You've woken up and it's $257. So there you are, 26%, $40 billion. It'd be interesting to see how it trades the first couple of minutes as far as when the market opens tonight, Ross. Is 250 going to be achievable? Is it going to hit 240? So, yeah, this quarter is going to be tough for a lot of those big monsters of Wall Street, and hold on to your hat for the NASDAQ.
I'll tell you, it's going to be fascinating to watch exactly who ends up winning these streaming wars. They're the biggest, but of course there's plenty of challenges, as you say, sitting out there as well right now. Peter McGuire is the Chief Executive at the broking firm XM Australia. And Peter, many thanks for your time here on the program today.
Thank you, Ross.